Hello, you guys. You see old radio. This radio gave me my neighbor. Old radio with tape deck. Our topic for today.
Patrick's Garage.
This radio can be tuned not only with this right knob, but also with these buttons. You see pointer? I like the way how it's shifting. And this slot for audio cassette. And take out. Very exciting toy. And now, if we have audio cassette, we can use them.
I bought dashboard a long time ago and I stored them in a garage. Now it's time to find them and use. Little clean it, just superficial dust. So let's clean it with a rock. A lot of dirt on the surface. We clean multiple times with rock. Now we can little rust. Just superficial rust, no big deal. Not worry about this rust. Maybe you can clean it and paint again with black color. Let's look inside. What under the panel? We see screws. I need to disconnect these airways. And we see lamp holder for gloves box and screwing to Phillips screws and central airway, so-called defroster jet. It may be central, front and left. Take a notice front and left differs, different parts numbers, and we see original emblem and driver side jet, also fixed with two securing screws with tightening washers, and we see numbers. I want to say that this high quality plastic, not cracks with the edge. And let's look for the dashboard. You see cracks, maybe from overheats, maybe from over frozen, but anyway need to replace. Or maybe since from 70s was very crappy plastic. And let's look for the decorative trim. Here we see ugly holes. I don't know for that, obviously for non-original radio. I want to replace this trim, and I think maybe that. Let's compare what will be better. Both of them not so ugly. This looks fine. So I take my choice for this trim, because these holes may be annoying. And I guess that the previous owner thought that this would be best way for installing radio, making holes. And now there is no way for install our radio. Yes, all dashboard need to be replaced. You see a lot of interesting electronic parts inside the radio, also a lot of dust. This shaft for transmitting rotation. This radio need to be cleaned inside with vacuum cleaner obviously. Big powerful electric motor. After cleaning it looks perfect. Color wires. Not so good interesting part in modern radio. These looks perfect parts we can see only in the old radio. Illumination of radio not works, and I decided to look inside. But we can see lamps. Where is the lamps for illumination? I don't know. So will be better to close cover again. We can choose radio programs by buttons also, and shift radio searching. Cassette tape can be reverse playing. These wires, four wires for speakers, and feeding wires. Fuse obviously. Let's look how we install this radio to the dashboard. Non-original radio was installed before we see. And this video we can say also non-original because it's from two photo series. Place for this radio need be bigger because it's so wide radio. This piece of cardboard would be as a pattern for radio. For understand the size of this radio, the pencil writes well on black painted metal. Dashboards are soft, designed this way. Do not injure people during a collision. Cautionly fixed decorative trim. And let's see how it looks. I think we can all agree that dashboard must be perfect. And first we make cut out from the aluminum trim and make sure that room enough inside the dashboard for the radio. And radio not create interference for the air jets. So how to increase, how to cut out the hole from inside? And I have to figure out something. Blade goes inside to the hole and fixed to the handle. So this way we can easily make hole inside. Initially my goal was using file for this work, but I think we have to do this with metal, so at least from start. Maybe we can make it with help of hammer. Oh, this is absolutely stupid idea. We not implement it now. Aluminum, very soft metal. We can take piece of aluminum with pliers. Not so easy as turns out. Not so quickly. After that, we can continue with saw again. Here, I think that this way very handling. Make cut again and let's take it away. And after that, we can using small file for more smoothness of surface. Check from time to time. Small file, of course, but it can easily screw up our aluminum decorative trim. I would advise not hurry in this process. You see a line that goes to the corner. Make place for radio plenty right. At each corner we gonna make small holes. Do not spoil corners with cutout. And I think this should be paid attention to. Now you see small holes was done. And we can notice that cutouts made now so correctly. We don't care about that because we have small holes. And you see that place for radio was done and the edge was bent little. Radio in its place. And let's install soft part of the dashboard. It all looks perfectly fine. And we need to install brackets inside for hold the radio. Radio in its correct place and looks normally. Pulling the check control, press clutch pedal for easy cranking, and let's start the engine. With battery obviously. Yes, miracle of miracles. Temperature gauge shows temperature of coolant, and we look on it and wait working temperature of the engine. And in winter, when cold weather, I start driving only when pointer in green sector of temperature gauge. And hot air go to the windshield. Winter, I switch heater at the same time we start the engine. Because so quickly change of temperatures can be damage the windscreen. Typically, such weather means that the time to change the tires. I usually change the tires with wheels as a complete unit. Of course, winter tires a little noisy, but we always have to pay attention to the snow and temperature. Of course, so smart idea to replace tires in pairs, but only in summer. And these discs were purchased from another car and then turn a little increased central diameter. I like replace all four wheels at one time, like an all-wheel drive vehicle, not to spoil transmission. But we need only same wheels on one axle. We have a rear-wheel drive car. Wheels must be same to not spoil the transmission internal parts. So you got to change all of them because these tires for snow. Now the evening and I have no time to finish my daily work changing wheels. And I decided to pay this guy to change my wheels. At least we finished this work because we'll have to hurry. After a couple of hours, will be ice on the roads. You got to consider we have to watch what you're doing. Sticky snow today, a lot of snow on mud flaps, beside every wheel. By the way, snow is not so bad as salt. There is no mud flap here. It misled, obviously. Rust on the wheels from salt, not from snow. Mud flap is absent. A lot of mud under the fenders. We can't blame snow for corrosion. Salt from road can create a lot of corrosion.